The key to creativity is to provide a safe landing. You don't really attempt to do things you don't think you're going to succeed at. And so fear of failure paralyzes creativity. How many times have you had a person come for an interview and you're thinking, everything's perfect. There's just something inside that's not right. So the important thing is to trust your gut. Because that's there to protect you. It might be a week later, it might be a year later, you're going to go back and say, I knew I shouldn't have hired her. Right? If you're not connected to your staff, guess what? They're not connected to you. If you're not invested in your staff, they're not going to be invested into you. One thing that speaks so loudly to staff is when their bosses believe in them. If you don't take care of number one, which is you as a leader, it's going to have a ripple effect. So this is what we don't want to look like. That was me a couple of years back. When you prune a tree, you don't just break the branch off, right? We don't want to break our staff's spirit. So when you're correcting people, it's important that it's done with the proper tools, that it's done with love, gentleness, and care. If we look at the average person who spends 8 hours a day at work and 36 minutes a day with family, what does that tell us? I worked for a coffee shop. I was 20 years old. And I'm going to give you the G-rated version because my parents are here. But, so I was in a relationship. I was in a very toxic, abusive relationship in every sense of the word. And I was working in a coffee shop. And so I was at the front serving people, trying to be happy and good customer service. But unfortunately, I was failing miserably. And don't forget to keep what's most important. And that's the part of your company that has a pulse. If you were to actually ask your staff today, what kind of leader am I? And what would the response be? You need to remember that your staff could work for anyone in the whole world. And they decided to work for you. And everything that we do needs to be seasoned with love.